Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Cups and Cakes Vinyl Unveil, the show where I open Canadian LPs and show off everything that they have to offer with the packaging and the record itself to you, dear viewers out there in YouTube land, I suppose. And today, here's what I have for you. Cadence Weapon's Parallel World with a signature on there from Cadence Weapon. Wow, that's awesome. Really appreciate that. Mr. Cadence Weapon, a.k.a. Rolly, former Edmontonian. He cut his teeth in this city, grew up in this city. He still considers himself an Edmontonian, although he has to kind of live in Toronto because that is the center of the hip-hop universe in Canada. And of course, you may or may not know, this album won the Polaris Prize this year. All of the city of Edmonton, the city of champions, was so stoked for Rolly. We couldn't be more excited to have, I think for the first time ever, somebody that identified as not from Quebec or Toronto win the Polaris Prize, I believe. So here you have it. Finally, it took forever to get to me, but I finally have it. I'm so excited. And I would also like to mention that not only did Cadence Weapon win the Polaris Music Prize, he came in at number 2 on our best albums of 2021 list. Number 2, you might ask, and I will say the only record that beat him was the Willie Dunn Anthology, which is actually a compilation of a bunch of songs from like the 70s. So as far as new recorded music, it was our top ranked album in that regard. But that Willie Dunn compilation was just too important to not put at number 1 for us. That's how we felt here at the Cups and Cakes Network. But yes, definitely got to have this at the number 2 position. We love this record. And actually, for the very first time, I will let you know that I agreed with the choice for the Polaris Music Prize out of the ones that were made the list there. I thought that there was nobody else that deserved it more than Cadence Weapon for this record. Absolutely fantastic. I love this photo here and the work done to it to modify it and make it look kind of like almost rain coming down the window or something. Anyways, I think he's getting pretty close to being sold out of these. Winning the Polaris Prize will do that, so you should head down to your local record store. I know that there is distribution, or you can look on his Bandcamp page as well. A Bandcamp Friday. Oh no, Bandcamp Fridays I think are done now, so unfortunately you may not be able to go that route, but you can buy it directly from Cadence Weapon himself, or I do know that your local record store probably can get it in for you. I don't know how many copies are going to exist. I think when he was pre-selling them on Bandcamp, he said something like 600 existed or something like that. So they won't be around forever, I'll tell you that much. So let's look at the Matrix runout code here. 10-B. That's a tough one for me to see. No, 10-91633/ oh, this gray is making it tough to see. CAW-LP-28290. I was just reading that without looking through my camera here because it seems to be a lot tougher to see through the camera. And then -A for side A. We also have another stamped code over here. I'll see if I can get it so that you can see it. That's a tough one. 22658 maybe 0M1/B. Yep, I'd have a closer look. That is correct. Kind of on this really cool gray swirl. I like that. Awesome album. Obviously, we covered it a ton here at the Cups and Cakes Network. It was reviewed as a pick of the week when it first came out. Sean interviewed Rolly Pemberton on our Inside the Artist Studio podcast about this record, about the pandemic and all that stuff, about him becoming a little bit more vocal about some of the flaws in Canadian politics and Canadian culture, and I think that is a big reason why this record won. As Rolly Pemberton has aged. He has really started to use his voice as a platform for change. Really, really great stuff. You got to listen to this record. You got to actually hear what he's saying. Very important. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. This episode of the Cups and Cakes Vinyl Unveil has drawn to a conclusion. Thank you so much for tuning in. Come back in 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I open another Canadian LP and share it with you. Urge you to get yourself a collection going and help support independent Canadian musicians. Thank you so much. See you soon.